welcome to my paid for video for the 3320 course. So I'm going to walk us through my take on the three parts that we did. So the introduction video, the synchronized learning, and then the asynchronized learning. So the first thing is the introduction video. And I think that this is a key thing in regards to building that relationship. A lot of us struggle to connect with the students, and we're not sure how to. So as I went through this, my first learning experience was, be real, be genuine. The introduction video should be an opportunity for the students to get to know you, right? So remember that the students are assessing whether or not they're going to enjoy you as an educator. So when you think about that first day that you walk in to the classroom, the students are, assessing, well, am I going to like this instructor, or am I not going to like this instructor? So, this is an opportunity not to necessarily focus on the course as much. It's just to, focus on creating that relationship and engaging them right from the beginning. Because you don't have a second chance to grab them and engage them. And, so if you can take this time to share some things about you that, your favorite foods, what you did for the summer in the video, be silly, an opportunity to, if you're silly, I like to say in my case, your alter ego, show that personality, let it shine through. This will definitely create a good platform for the students. If they feel that you're somebody that is approachable and the welcoming video or the introduction video is very welcoming, then you're more likely to start getting those students comfortable to approach you. Once they're comfortable approaching you, they're going to be comfortable and open up and blossom in your classes. So for the synchronized classes, this is kind of where my head was at with this, is when I first started doing the online, just like a lot of instructors, it was this overwhelming feeling that things had to be absolutely different. And I don't think it has to be that different. There might be a little bit more preparation ahead of time, but the classes should actually run fairly similar to what you would do. So you want to start with icebreakers, and I really recommend this. I do this in my classrooms, in my in-class classrooms, because what I found is if I could do, 5 to 10 minutes in every class, some sort of icebreaker where the students were getting to know their classmates, right? So they're networking and creating bonds, and then what happens is that it allows the students to feel more comfortable talking in the classroom. No different online. I think a lot of us have faced where the students are very quiet, hiding behind the black screen where it just says their name, and they don't feel comfortable engaging. However, if you can do some icebreakers that will get them to know who's in their class, feel comfortable talking, you're probably going to find that your conversations in your classrooms will pick up and the students will feel more comfortable to speak up. And the other thing is a lot of us are using unique, well, I guess Kahoot isn't that unique anyways, anymore, but we're using a lot of these different tools. Why not still use Kahoot in the classroom? Why not still do pop quizzes and get them to sign on their phones? Let's not forget the tools that we've been using for a while. They can still be incorporated in our online learning. Think, pair, and share. Absolutely. Keep it coming. But this time, you're just throwing them in the breakout rooms. And with your breakout rooms, you can pop in at any time. So you can check in on them, see how they're doing. You can give them time and warnings. So again, generating those conversations still, and giving them an opportunity to do some problem solving and discussions in groups and in group work. And I really like this one that I'm going to be doing more often in my classes is, usually when we would be giving them assignments in class anyways, like mini ones, or we describe something and then ask them to do work on it, still do that. So get to a point in your, or plan your classes where you say, okay guys, this is activity time. please pull up the file. You have 15 minutes to work on this. Again, it should be really mirroring what you do in the classroom. And then ask the students to share their screens with the class. So no different again to saying, would you like to come up to the board and share? Would you like to write that on the board? So really getting the students to share their screen, share what they're doing, so that again, and you will find that your stronger students will want to do this. So then other students will, start to gauge where they are at, maybe ask more questions. So again, and then it gives an opportunity for more cohesiveness in the classroom as well. So the asynchronized classes. For this one, I think, which I took from the courses I've taken here, is, do a checklist. Keep them on track, know what you're expected. Class 1 to Class 2, do this, read this, watch this. Because then it helps guide them and get them online. And they also know what exactly they have to do. And then when you're choosing your media, choose videos that are engaging. So videos that have content in it that is engaging and it grabs the audience and they want to watch it. Be very careful on the videos you choose, because if it's a video that may be reiterating some of the information but it's dull and boring, it's a waste of time. So choose videos that are really exciting, engaging when you're choosing your media content. Screen-o-matic, this is one of my favorite ones as well. For the things that are more difficult, for the things in class, if you have to specifically show the students how to do something, bring up a mock sample of what you're doing, turn on your Screen-o-matic, and have it capture what you're doing so that you can show the students an example of it. I find that this, for me, has been very successful in my classes because they can then see exactly what is supposed to take place in an assignment or a task. Gauge their learning. So, even though the time is going on at a different time, different place, set up some type of quiz that they ask or answer the questions after they've watched a video, or they answer some questions or a quiz after the end of the module. This is something to really hold them to completing the work as well, so that, they stay on track as well. They don't get disengaged. They don't say, I'm not going to do it. So the quizzes and online quizzes are a really good way to kind of hold them accountable for the content. And lastly, I think a lot of us are using discussion boards, and again, great opportunity for the students to take some questions that you've posed to them and ask them to interact with each other. So again, that was my take, my pay it forward, things that I find useful, things that I reflected on as we did this course. I hope you enjoyed it, and best of luck to everybody this semester.